Hey, everybody. We are open for our live this evening, our Market Monday live. Trying to work these lights. See how these, even though there's plenty of them, they still feel like it's a little dark in here. Feels dark. Let me copy the link. Invite some people over. Today, we're going to talk a little bit of a different topic, a wee bit of a different topic. Duh, duh, duh. I'm live. I'm live. I'm alive. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live. Well, that wasn't supposed to go there. So let's try again. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. We had a good trading day. Hope everybody did. I think I got one more and then I'm going to be ready to rock up. Rock on, rock on. Yeah. Okay, so today is Monday, Market Mondays for Educator to Trader. We come on here and talk about various trading related things. Today, I'm going to talk about, hey, Shondell. Today, I'm going to talk about where to get money to trade with. Because it's like you could find, and I won't be on here a whole long time. As they say, I won't be before you long. um, but what happens is you decide you really like trading, you really want to learn how to trade, you want to do all the things with the stock market. And then as you start to learn, you realize that there will be some resources required. I've shown a few videos about how you can do credit spreads with as little as $50. And you can. That I did not make that up. That's a no cap, as the kids say. No cap. That's no cap. You really can. Actually, you can go as low as $35. I think Ford has a $35 spread. But even in that, you'll see different things you like, and you want to do different strategies that you like, and you may decide you want to be able to trade different things, right? So you want to bring some more resources in to your trading account. Oh, in case I didn't introduce myself, I am Arlissa Pinkelton. I am educator to trader. You should be seeing me maybe live on YouTube. You may be seeing me live on Facebook. Basically, what I do is I help people learn to trade the stock market for profits as sellers. We trade options as a seller. Many people don't know that there's a seller side, baby. But just like there's buyers, there's also sellers. Somebody's got to be selling if somebody else is buying, right? We're the sellers. This is the seller side. So, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, pass, share the word, all those good things. But let's think about where can we be creative now? Be creative. I could go through the list of, you can get a DoorDash job, you can go do Uber, you can cut back on your Starbucks coffee, and all those are great suggestions, by the way. I'm definitely not minimizing any of those suggestions. You could, set aside your money to do, trading with. But this is my feeling. I'm going to put it like this. For me, I'm a Christian and I live my life according to Christian principles. I have a 10% amount that I'm going to give to the work of the church and the work of the Lord when I get paid. That's my 10% of my increase. However you feel about tithing, I'm not trying to have that debate here. That's not why I brought that up. What I'm saying is, just like there's a 10% that is put there for my contribution and my giving, right? Also, there's a 10% that I put on things that are going to improve Arlissa. There's investing things. There is an education fund for me because I am always a lifelong learner. My mother said, you gonna always be in somebody's school. Yeah, I'll be learning something all the way up till my brain quits working and I quit breathing. I'll still be reading books and still be learning stuff and be like, did you know that? I'm sure that'll be me. Old lady talking about, did you see on the news what they said about the economy? That'll be me. But what I'm saying is, just like there's 10% that you give for contributions and giving for charitable giving, there should be a 10% that's set for your investing. And or some percentage, but it should be set for that all the time, whether that's on a weekly basis. If you get paid every week, you get paid every month, you get paid bi-weekly. You want to I feel like we should set aside an amount that's going to be our investment. How are we going to move forward with the growth of our wealth building, right? If you don't have an amount that's set aside, believe me, it won't just happen. Someone's like, if I can find the time to do so and so and so. The time isn't just found. You have to make time. We have to set time into a spot. Otherwise, you won't ever find time, because time gets used up how it gets used up, right? Same thing with money. It gets used up. If you don't have a place, if you don't have a job for your money, it'll just hang around and it won't have a job. How many of you have teenagers who, for a little while didn't have a job, and they didn't go doing necessarily doing anything constructive? They just hung around, right? Same thing will happen with your money. If your money doesn't have a job, it'll just hang around. Maybe it'll just hang and it'll disappear. It won't necessarily hang around. It'll go ahead and disappear and be off doing other things different than what you want it to be doing. So, how do we find the money to trade? We find the money to trade by intentionally setting an amount of money or a percentage of money that we're going to use on a regular basis to trade with, right? Yes, we cut back on our Starbucks, because if there's some things, honestly, I actually heard Myron Golden say the other day, if you're not making $10,000 a month, on your business, you don't got time to watch TV. And I was like, and while he was talking about this, I was, scrolling through the TV trying to find, was it Queen Charlotte? Yeah, I think it was Queen Charlotte. I was trying to find Queen Charlotte on Netflix and was like, oh, wait, no. Those were my toes, Mr. Golden. But he said, if you're not making $10,000 a month with your business, you need to you don't have time to watch TV. So if you're paying for cable or you're paying for the TV subscription type of things, there's some money right there. There's money right there. So it's like, okay, I get it. So, but you can be creative, right? This is the whole point. I'm making light of it, but we can be creative. If that means we put a little bit of something that we take away, that people are always suggesting you take something away. But many times what needs to happen is, but you may need to generate more resources somewhere. Maybe your sideline gig or another little sideline job you do, and you use that extra cash, and that money is set for trading, you know. I don't know. There's so many things that could do. I could list. I could go on and on, but everybody knows. If I gave you answers as to what you could do with many people would have reasons and excuses why that won't work for them. So what you need to do is you need to think about what would work for you. What would work for you? If, for example, you may drive a long way to get to work, right? On the way home, you may decide, on the way back home, you might decide you're going to, Uber people on your way. Like, I'm going home anyway. If we're going in the same direction, can I pick up an Uber rider along the way? Or I might DoorDash somebody or some food along the way. DoorDash isn't only food these days, though. I didn't know that. DoorDash includes other stuff. You might decide you're going to do some courier type of things. There's a few courier businesses that don't include food or people. I think there's one called Roadie, and Roadie doesn't include food or people. It's just moving stuff. Maybe you pick up something from Home Depot and you take it to whoever wants it, or some parts store. I think Roadie does stuff like that. The point is this: you utilize the time that you're already doing things. If you're already fooling around on your computer or your phone, if there's some way for you to get paid for being on your computer or on your phone, utilize that to make a little extra income. And then make the extra income with the plan of utilizing that money to trade with. That's what I'm saying with that. You do it with the express plan of using the money to trade with. So it's earmarked, as they say. We want to earmark the money for that. All right. A little bit. I wanted to come and catch up too, now that I've kind of talked about what are our possibilities for making more money to trade with. Oh, I had some other ideas. What about in some cases there are a lot of companies that have 401ks and IRAs and those kind of things, and they're now allowing people to self-direct. Basically, you're allowed to do your own management of your 401k or your IRA. They have some criteria. They don't want you to go, balling out on that money that's supposed to be in there. But you may take a portion of that and trade with. Um, this is a little more of a creative way. Some people may, buck at this one. But if you've got room in your credit card or there's credit that you're building, but you want to use that money to trade with, and you believe you're going to make more. Maybe you got a zero interest credit card that's zero interest for a certain period of time, so you're not paying interest on the money. Liquidate, there we go, the word didn't want to come out. Liquidate some of that money and use that money on your trading, especially if you're going to be able to grow it and then put it back and pay your credit card bill off with it, but you're using that money to make money. This is the thing. You hear some people talk about debt being a bad thing. You want to get debt free. You want to get rid of all your debt. I'm not a proponent of that in its pure form. I feel like if you are going to use your debt to grow more money, then it's a good use of your debt. If you're going to just use your credit card, I won't call it debt, using your credit card or your credit in order to do, foolishness, then that's not the same thing, right? If all we're going to do is buy stuff that we're going to consume, that's not the same thing. But if you're going to use your credit in order to make more money with that credit, I think that's a good use for it. You'll see, I've seen, oh my God, I can't even talk about the number of people on Instagram and those places who talk about liquidating or using your credit to do other things with, to build your businesses. But if you're doing it, if you're using the credit that you've been given or that your good name, and you want to use those resources to build with, I'm all for that. Okay, I don't think all debt is bad. All debt is not bad. This is Arlissa saying all debt. Hey Saida, all debt is not bad. All debt is not bad, right? Some debt is like houses. We need to buy a house. That's a good debt. You have to have a house. You have to have a place to live. It's, buying land, not a bad debt. Now, if you're going to use all your good credit cards to just eat out with, that may not be as good a debt, right? We want to make sure that we're using our capital for good debt. If you're going to use your money to make money, that's what we do. That's the way of the world. But a lot of times we've not utilized it as much for ourselves, because some stuff we just don't find out about until it's a little late. And I'm saying we, as the kind of collective, some stuff we don't find out about because everybody don't let us in on the secrets. They don't always let us in on the secrets of how to use OPM. We've heard about other people's money, but nobody really talked about how do it know? How do you really use other people's money? Well, one of the ways is you may take out, again, you may liquidate a zero interest credit loan or a low interest loan and use that money to build with the plan of paying that back. Or you use that money to go put it on something else that's going to generate cash, and use the cash that's generated to help you grow with that. Joint venture, pooling fund, HSA, self-directing accounts. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. There's ways. Listen, what I was saying earlier was to get creative. You need to be creative for you, because you know your situation. You know your own situation. So you be creative for you. If trading is something that you want to be able to do, and you got some good strategy, line of credit, there you go. You got good strategies that you want to use, then Utilize your capital to make it happen. All right. I mentioned a little bit earlier that we are having a vertical credit spreads training this coming Saturday. We're doing vertical credit spreads training this coming Saturday. It's a good way to build up your small accounts. Almost everything, well, so many strategies now include credit spreads. So you do want to know how to work credit spreads. If you like that SPX playbook that I've, marketed for a while, and I will continue to market. It's actually behind me on the shelf, other shelf. Ooh, it's behind me here. It's back here. The SPX playbook, making 10% profits every single day. You need to know credit spreads for that. So if you don't know how to do credit spreads, then definitely you might want to get yourself registered for the credit spreads class. It'll be Saturday, the 20th. I'm typing and talking. It'll be Saturday the 20th at 11 o'clock in the morning. The cost is $47. If you're not a member of my community, the cost is $47, right? Versus the 97 that it really should be. But I feel like I want to get as many people as possible in there. So I brought the price point down a little bit so that way we can get more and more people. bit.ly / credit spreads will get you there. You can join us on Saturday morning at 11. All right. We also have the SPX playbook.com. Actually, it's .net. SPXplaybook.net. .net. You can go get that, making 10% profits every single day using SPX vertical spreads. You can put those together. That's only $27. Alrighty, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Share this video, let us know how things are going. We really want to make sure we continue to bring good content to you in this space. So I am Arlissa Pinkelton, the Educator to Trader, and it's been really good hanging out with you for the last 17 minutes. All right, I'll see you all later. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone.